Hello. All right, can everybody hear me okay? Hello.
Hello.
How is everybody?
Life is good.
Good, good. All right. Wanted to make sure everyone could hear me. Everyone can hear me okay?
Hey
Sounds
Sarah,
good.
how are you?
Awesome. And probably a question I'm going to ask a lot during this presentation is, can you guys see my screen right now?
Yes, I
Yes.
can see it.
Okay. I just like to make sure because sometimes, you know how technology is, it gets a little wonky and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and get started since it's 6:02. My name is Sarah Keel, and I have been working with the LRC for almost 3 years, and I am currently a GA for the LRC and for the psychology department, as well as a structured learning assistant, where I help teach statistics. And with that, my mentor, Dr. Hawk, has really put it upon me that it's very important for everyone to know how to do Excel. Excel is often a skill that a lot of employers look for in skills with the employees that they're possibly going to hire. So it's good to know it, even just basics with it. Also, I'd like to talk to you about the LRC. I don't know if you guys know what the Learning Resource Center is, but we offer tutoring services to people in various courses that are often kind of hard. And the tutors that help you are students that have already took the course and passed the course typically with an A. So they've been successful, and they're there to help you. The LRC is located in the Marks building. That's where the peer tutoring lab is. So if you have any questions or anything, you have my email. You can send me an email and I'll get you more information about the LRC. So let's talk about Excel. and what it is, other than the very thing that makes people very anxious and want to go office space on their computer, right? So Excel is a software program created by Microsoft that uses spreadsheets to organize numbers and data with formulas and functions. So you use it to perform various data analysis, set up tables, pivots, graphs, charts, different types of data. So what are the various skills that employers look for? So VLOOKUP is one, which now there has been an updated version of it. It is now called XLOOKUP, and it is more able to look up more stuff than the former VLOOKUP. Pivot tables, knowing how to do that. Basic macros, the if function, data validation, graph charts, and how to format. So also, guys, this is going to be recorded. So if you ever want to watch this again, you'll be able to. And if I go too fast, be sure to stop me and I'll re-explain anything or re-go over anything. So like some of these skills, like I just talked about, I'm going to do a couple of these with you and a couple really short, simple things just to kind of make your life a little bit easier. Also, I'm going to pre-warn you, my cat might end up jumping in the screen. So I apologize. It's 3 hours.
Yay!
Yes.
I was just saying yay. I'm not there.
Okay. So, all right. So let's get started. As you see here, I've got some data. Excuse me, mouse. So these are no one's real names or anything like that I know. I just made all this stuff up. It's all hypothetical and everything. So we have data here. So just show you a quick few things. If you ever want to move data around, you don't like where it's at, and you just want some of it, you can grab it right here and it'll move. And you just move it anywhere you want to. And of course, our handy dandy back arrow right there. Love that. Did everybody see what I did? Pretty simple, easy. You have to grab it at the top here, okay? And you can just slide it over and boom, you can move your data anywhere you need it. Also, another great little quick tool, if you have a lot of data that you're having to go through and you're not wanting to constantly scroll with your mouse or just go down with the arrow key, you can push Control down and it'll take you to the bottom of your data set. You can also push Control over to the right. And it'll take you all the way over to your right, and vice versa for going up and over to the left. So quick little simple keyboard trick to get you over and up. So freeze panes. Let's talk about some freeze panes. Oh, this makes it hard for me to see with this thing right here. Oh no. I did not account for that bar being there. Can I move it? Thank you. Whew. Okay. All right. So freeze panes. So what you can do with that is go over to the View tab here in Excel. And what this is good for is like if you have a bunch of data and you keep going out like further out this direction and you're having to keep up with names and you're not going to have to see all the data, what you can do, it's free pane. And you got a couple options here. So keep rows and columns visible while the rest of the worksheet scrolls, keep top row visible while scrolling, and keep the first column visible while scrolling through the rest of the worksheet. So you got a couple options. So say I want to do this one with my handy dandy arrow key and this thing getting in my way. When I scroll over, well, it didn't do it completely where I wanted it. So let me go, sorry. Also, the thing with Excel is it is so precise and it can be so frustrating. So try not to get so worked up when you're getting frustrated with it. And also another great tool just to help you keep from getting frustrated and help you see where you might be forgetting a step is YouTube. I actually have a video pulled up just in case for some reason I forget a step or something, and we can go through it that way. But anyways, so back to the freeze paints. So I'm wanting to freeze like the first name. Well, let's go ahead and do the last name. We'll go to freeze pane and then just freeze pane. And see where I clicked, that's where the name, where it's gonna move. So the previous bar won't move. And I'm just really only worried about a first name basis. I wanted to also see the second name as well. I would have clicked on this column right here and push freeze pane. Okay, so I'm gonna unfreeze my pane. And then now all my data moves and everything again. You guys with me so far? I know this stuff's very cut and dry. So, all right, earlier I talked about XLOOKUP. So this is one of those skills that employers kind of really look for. Usually before, like I had mentioned, it was the VLOOKUP. Well, now it's XLOOKUP. So this is more like something you do with like a formula. It is a formula. So right here, you see I've already got something kind of set up along with my data. What I'm wanting to do is I want to push equal X lookup parenthesis. So here we have lookup value. So what my lookup value is, I want to look up the name Ashley, comma, I have to show my lookup array. So I know Ashley's name is going to be in this first column right here, and that's where I want it to search for the names. After I do that, comma, return array. So I want to find the results of exam 2, right? So assignment exam 2. So I'm going to look up this array of information for exam 2. So when you see the word array, you want to get all your data for that column. So when we're looking at tests, the exam 2. So we have name for here. And then our array right here is all our first names. And then our second array is all the information in column exam 2. We have to close it out with our parentheses and push enter. So Ashley on exam 2 made a 59. So say we wanted to look up what Anna made. We just type in the name, push enter. Ooh, she made a 23 on exam 2. That's not very good. So you can do that with all these different names in here. So Jordan made an 86. So he did pretty good, you know. So this is a great way for you to look up information really quickly. So did everyone see what I did and understand? Now the thing with like these equations and everything, very, very precise. So if you don't enter in something correctly, you're going to get some kind of weird error message, you know, so you have to make sure you do the steps correctly. I don't want to show you an error because I just don't want to confuse you. Just know you have to be very precise anytime you write in any kind of equation. Okay, so we've talked about XLOOKUP. So let's talk about some filter and sorting, okay? So in the data tab is where you will find your filter and sorting options right here. So say we want to filter all our headlines right here. So you have to highlight your variables that you want to filter and just click filter here. So here you can see that you can sort A to Z. And what this does, all the last names are in alphabetical order. If I want to undo that, I just do it. Sorry. Well, I didn't do that. If you want to change the sorting, you can do it that way. If you want to look at exam 2 and see various grades, like if you want to see people that made a 59 or a 73, push OK. And it'll pick up that these two people made like a 53 or the criteria I looked up. So I looked up whoever made a 59 and whoever made a 73. You can select all, push OK, brings everything back. It's just a quick filtering tool and sorting tool options for you right there. All right, and just unfilter all that. So also, we have other things in here that's pretty awesome. Let me find it. Let's get back here. So back on the home tab, you have something over here called ideas. Wonderful tool. Click on that and it'll load for you. Well, it helps me to actually click on the data that I want this. So highlight your data, ideas. So what it does is it gives you all kinds of like charts and pivot table options that you can add that it has made from the data that you have selected. So you don't have to design it yourself, it just does it automatically for you. And you can see more results and everything. So the ideas tab is great if you just want something really quick to add in, just to make it look a little fancy. There's more things that you can do, but we don't really have enough time for me to go through like everything, how to do everything. So ideas is a great way to just quickly make a table for yourself or a chart with your data. So, and that is located under the home tab all the way over here. Okay. So another great little tool with our, hold on, we have a chat. Sorry. So if you don't have the ideas option, that means you probably need to update your version of Excel. And you should be able to do that with the package that the school offers you. It should be the updated version. And I can probably show y'all later how to do that, if I remember correctly. But first, okay. Let me get back to this. So I want to do a quick analysis tool. This thing is really bothering me. It's getting... So, all right, we have our highlighted data and we have this little box right here that pops up. Well, right there, it says quick analysis. And if you ever just wanted to pop up really quick, it also shows you Control plus Q will pop it up. We're going to click on this. So it has some formatting options for you. So it can add some data bars to your information, color scale, and you can completely change the color scale to your liking. Icons, you can do greater than, less than stuff. Text contains, clear formats. You also have things with your charts here that can give you different bar charts for that. Totals, you have sum, you can do average, which is kind of hard for you guys to see right there, but it was popping up way down here at the bottom with the totals. So, and then running total, and then sum. As you see, it pops up over here to the side. Tables. So you got tables like this. Create a quick pivot table. So all kinds of great little options right here. You got spark lines. Come out to the side. So all kinds of neat little things right there. What was it with the quick analysis tool? So also more with quick analysis. And I continue to highlight my data here. So we have under the home tab, look here at conditional formatting. Here's some more, kind of sorting and formatting options for you, like highlight cells. So this is like things for finding things that are greater than certain values, less than, between, equal to. You can find your top percent, your bottom percent, your above averages, your below averages, more data bars, color scales. So a lot more options in the conditional formatting option as well. And that's under styles in the home tab. And then course, you're also a little quick analysis tool here too. So there's a lot of great things to help you with Excel. It's just knowing where they're all at. So, all right. How you guys feeling so far? I haven't completely bored you to death, right?
Pretty good.
Okay. So
Not yet.
good. All right. And anytime you guys want me to redo something, just shout at me and I'll redo it and show it to you again. All right. So we're going to move on to this set of data, which you can see looks very similar to what I had before and everything. Trying to move this thing. I really don't like this thing. Okay. You there. Thank you. All right. So you see I've got stuff kind of like all over the place. So let's talk about merging cells. Quick, simple little thing. So right here, how do you merge cells over other cells? You see how it's just kind of going over these right here. But when you click on it, it kind of highlights each individual cell. So it's not showing them all together, but you need it to be. So what you do is you grab it, left click, highlight over right there. And then we're going to stay in the home tab where we're at. And then under alignment, you see this option right here, merge and center. Click that. And boom, it's one whole cell. It's completely merged all those cells together. It's all together. I'll show you again. You see course percentage here. And it's just got two different cells. It's not lining up good with it. So I'm going to left click, highlight over, come over to alignment that's under the home tab, push merge and center, and boom. So that looks a little bit better, right? Say, I kind of want this to match up. Oh, shoot. I messed up. Cancel. No. But okay, you guys get the point with it. So it's a quick way to help kind of format stuff to where it's all one cell instead of breaking it up in multiple cells. So, all right. So let's talk about inserting columns and rows. So this can also be found under the home tab. As you see right here, we have insert, delete, and format cells. So say you wanted to just add another column. This is where you can add your columns right here. And then of course you can also do rows. So if you wanted to add another one, boom, right there. It adds you another column. You don't want it, just push that arrow. So say we want to insert a row. Boom. It does it right there if I wanted to add that. So you guys, all right, so that's pretty simple, quick formatting. So autofit column with width. So, well, did I already do it? Oh my goodness. I've already done it with this one. I do it with this one too. I am so like thorough with my stuff. I actually left it like that. So trying to see here. There was one. Here we go. So sorry guys, I had to remember where I put it. So you see how like this is kind of lining up weird. All these are just different, not lining up real well. You see where this 2 arrow is sticking out up here at the top of our column between A and B. I see that, I just double click it and it automatically formats it to where it's all even. Just a real quick click. All right, I'll show you again.
Quick question.
Yes.
Are we allowed to add some of the few things that we think might access?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Okay, I'm sorry. Computer, it's not got great. Can you guys still see me?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. All right, so once again, just when you see this, double click it and it'll automatically auto fit the column width. So, all right, so I'm gonna go back to the screen. So let's talk about removing duplicates. And that under data. So what you're gonna do is you are going to highlight the data that you're wanting to look at to make sure there's no duplicates. We're under the data tab. So I'm going to go look at data tools right here. And then you see right here with the X, it says remove duplicates. We'll click on that. My little toolbar here said to delete, you select one or more columns that contain duplicates. So I highlighted too many of them. So like if I want to see if there's any duplicates in this column, come over here, remove duplicates. So in this column, what is going on? Sorry guys, I was doing this earlier and it was working perfectly fine. I don't know. This is part of like the Excel thing. You do things and then it's just so precise. Highlight, data tab, come over here. Okay, I don't know what's going on right now. Okay, so in this case, it's saying there's no duplicate values have been found. I don't know what I was doing a second ago. But that's the thing with it, can make you panic even if you've messed with it for a while. But you highlight your data, push remove duplicates, select all, okay, and it found no duplicates in my data. Okay, so that's how you remove. Fill and fill. So this is to help keep you from having to keep writing stuff. So product 3, bring it down. It should automatically do it. If it doesn't, I don't know why it's, okay, let's do it this way. I don't know if my computer's lagging. Try to spin. Product 3. Well, this is frustrating because it should automatically, and it was doing it earlier. There we go. Okay. This is an example of why Excel is so frustrating and so nitpicky. You have to drag it down by that little square box. And I wasn't doing that. I was just trying to drag it down. So I'm going to do that again, just so to quit with the confusion that I probably just you guys. All right, so it helps detect patterns. So just drag it down. Click on that little box. Well, dang it. Hold it by this little box. That little green box is key. You have to hold it down and drag it over. So everyone see that? Okay. And then here's a better example with the remove duplicate well. So data right here, I want to remove a duplicate. 2 duplicate values were found and removed, 8 unique values. So it tells you how many values are found and removed and how many remain in that instance. And then you can just go back and get back to the original data. Also, another thing, when you highlight data, you see how I have this down here at the bottom, you see that it shows you your average, your count, and then your sum, all your data right there. So that's a quick tool right there to see just quick information on what your data has. So, all right. So let's look at data types. So we're back here at this tab. Move my little. So we've got Kentucky, Tennessee. So we've got states here in the United States. And so we also got a data types tab right here under our data tab right here. And it's a pretty neat little tool. So highlight your data and push geography. And of course, eventually, Excel will have more options just besides stocks and geography for you guys. But it's got some cool little extra things that you can add into it. So if you want like its abbreviation or the capital major cities, largest cities, you know, so it's just with simple information, you know, if you need information for different geography types or different cities and states and everything. Let's see. What else is there? So another thing I have for you guys. How are we on time? Okay. Have I given y'all too much information yet? Have I drowned y'all out? Are y'all overwhelmed? Because I still have more stuff. And it still doesn't even grasp the cusp that is Excel. So, all right, so let's talk about some transposing real quick. So right here, I've got some data. I am going to highlight it. As you see right there. And then I am to push copy. And then I'm going to paste it in another location. So I'm going to do right click. When I go to right click for trying to transpose, I'm going to go right here to paste special. I'm going to click on, and I'm here. I'm going to click right down here on transpose and just push OK. And voila, it transposes all your data. So it's just a great way to kind of change the view of how your data looks if you want it to look that way. And that's just quick, simple tool, you know, just go highlight it, paste it somewhere else, and just that paste special, and then make sure to click on transpose, and that's how you'll transpose your data. So let's talk about the if function. So this is one of those functions that I was talking about earlier. See, sorry. Awesome, I'm glad so much. I wanted to do so much more stuff, but only had an hour at a time, and I didn't want to overwhelm you guys. So, all right. So what was I doing? All right, I got sidetracked here. I am doing the if function. All right, I'm back. So the if function is a great little tool. Let me find my notes. So I also have notes right here that have all my steps with it, just to make sure I type in everything completely right. So the if function is a formula, guys. So this is one of those things, it's super, super precise. So if you're wanting to see whether or not, like with all this data I'm still using, to see whether someone passes or fails an assignment, I am going to use the function to help me do that. So in order to do that, I type in equal if, and then after I put in my oh my gosh, parentheses, I have here, it says logical test. So what I want is, I'll click on F1 here. And I want it to be greater than 0.6. Have to put in a comma, comma, if I could talk correctly. All right, so value if true. So in this case, I want to see if the person, so I have to put parentheses and put the word pass in, close with parentheses, comma, because we have to put that in to show that we're changing our value. So now we're looking at if the value is false. So we're wanting to look to see if they fail. So we put in parentheses and then we put in fail, close parentheses, and then, or quotation, sorry, and then close in parentheses. All right, when we do that, we push enter. So Melody Thompson passed. If I want to just bring this on down with our autofill option, a lot of people passed. Oh, we got one fail. Amanda Grinstead failed. So that's just a quick way to see, you know, whether someone passes like a sales quota or doesn't pass the sales quota. You know, it's a great way to look at information quickly to see if someone's like performing the way you want them to, or get information kind of quickly. So like I've said, like a lot of these formulas, guys, are super nitpicky. So you have to make sure you put them in correctly. So like this 0.6 here is if they make a below a 60 or above a 60, they pass. If they make a below a 60, they're going to fail. So that's kind of the criteria that we're talking about here. And that's how it determines whether they pass or fail. You put that information in there. You can change it to say 7, push enter. And it can change some of your information, like Amanda's still failing, sadly. Only one. So, but you can change your information however you want it. So yeah. What is next? What is next for you? So pulling data from the web. All right. So I'm getting data from, right, and this is where you guys, if you can see my screen, see my screen, you should see xrates.com.
No.
I don't see it.
Okay. So get back here. Excuse me, can you cooperate? Share screen. Sure. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so say we want to pull some data. So here I'm at xrates.com, and maybe I want to look at the US dollar, and maybe I want to look at tables. So I have this information up right here. So what I need to do, highlight it, and I copy it. And now I'm going to go back to here. See? Also, I need to make sure. Where do I need to put this data? So let's say, I'll just put it right here. All right. Here, so getting data from the web. So, all right, we're under the data tab. So we're going to get data, sorry, we're going to get data from web. And we've already copied our HTML link. So it's going to pop up URL. That's where we're going to paste Xrates website. And we're going to push OK. And then this is going to come up. So you have document, table, and then we also got this one right here, exchange rate. So I kind of like the idea of this table right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push load. And it loads the information there for me. So, go. No. Well, darn. I moved too quickly. Oh, let me do it really quick again. I went too quick. I'm sorry, guys. So we're going to paste that in there again. I want to pick the table. I'm going to pick load. Takes it a second. All right. So once it gets here, you're under a table design kind of option. So under external table data, you see this refresh option right here. You have the option you'll go to connection properties. You can click to refresh it however often you want it to. Click OK. So every 60 minutes now, this table will be updated with the information that's on that website. So that's a quick way to pull information from the web. There's other websites you can typically do this with. Sometimes Wikipedia works and everything. It's got a good amount of data with a good table on it. It should be able to come over here. There's also a way you can do it with an app on your phone. I still haven't perfected that one yet, so that's why I'm not showing you guys that way. But that's a great way to get data from the web. Let me see. So let's talk about, feel like, yes, people graph. So we're going to do a graph. So, all right, now kind of explain the people graph to you after like I get it. So we get information here like we did earlier. Oh, let me just auto with it here. Make it look a little better. So I have information that has supposed amounts of like their actual population. I've just completely made the numbers up hypothetically for this class, but anyway, so we want to make a people graph. So what we want is we want to go to the insert tab here, and then we want to go to the add-ins section. And then you're going to see this little green button with a little man on it. Pick that. That's going to load for a second. And you're going to have to select the data that you want to put in here. So this is automatically just kind of popping up with information. See this little option right here? So select your data. Here is my data. I'm going to create. And then what it shows me in a graph form is basically just a representation of how much there is in the population. So it's great showing statistics on how populated place is and everything. You also can change the theme of it right here, like the type, theme, shapes. You can also change your title. You can type correctly. So it's just a simple little tool just to represent some data that has to do with populations and everything. So I'm trying to see. I skip one? Well, I feel like I skipped something with you guys. Oh my, I don't know how. There's so much stuff. So how do you guys feel right now?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. I just went over a lot of information with you guys. I know some of you guys are actually in my SLA section, and with Dr. Hawk's class, you guys actually have Excel assignments that you have to do. And actually, one that I'm about to show you guys really quickly is one that you guys are probably going to do or have due this week, I believe. So I'm what show you guys how to create address labels using a spreadsheet from Excel and using Word real quickly. So just a little extra add-on for you guys. So I'm going to change my share screen really quick. So right here, you already see I've got some made up names and addresses and all this stuff. So I'm wanting to create some address labels. So I've already got this information wrote out, formatted and everything, and saved in my computer. So after I've done saved in my computer, what I will do is I will open up a Word document, which I have one right here for your viewing pleasure. And what we're going to do is we are going to go to the main tab in Word. All right. So instantly you would think going over here to the labels. Nope, 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 nope. What we're going to do is we're going to start mail merge. We're going to click on this, and then we're going to go down to labels. Give it a second to do its thing. My computer's a little slow. So with the labels, what I like to use is US Avery. I believe that's it. And then the option I use is 48160. Let me just get it halfway there. Skirt. I scrolled past it. So what that is 4160 friendly address labels. So in label vendors, I have Avery US letters selected, and under product number, at 48160 eco-friendly labels. What I'm going to do is push OK. Okay, so it looks like I haven't done anything. I promise you, something's there, okay? Stuff has happened. So now we're going to go to select recipients. We're going to use an existing list. This is where that Excel file comes in. Give me a second to find it again. All right. So after you find your addresses in your computer, this little thing's going to pop up right here. Push OK. All right, and it's going to show up like this. So it's okay. It looks a little weird. So let me this stuff down right here. So we can change what we want to do. Like that. Use existing list, insert merge field. So, okay, so our next step is to go to insert merge field after we get here. So we want a first name, of course. It's important also to make sure you put spaces in between them and your commas, because it's going to format exactly how you format it right here, okay? So I put a space, going to insert merge field again. I want a last name. Well, maybe I don't want to the space. Okay. All right. So after that, of course, we want their address. And then we want their city, comma, state, and of course, zip code, right? So after we do that, we have all our information labels. Let's look at how it looks. And it looks kind of wonky. So we can kind of do a preview. Well, it looks kind of, I don't know that I like that. So I can just kind of fix it like that. Let's see if it'll actually do it for me. So finish and merge. We're going to edit individual document. And then we're just going to select all. So yeah, mine's kind of messed up. What did I do wrong? I did not have this issue the other day when I taught this in class. Still in my, oh, I bet you I know what happened. Make sure you don't have your stuff automatically set up like I had my computer. That also helps. So I had mine formatted to APA format. Not set up the APA format with like indentions and everything like that, so it won't mess up your data. So I apologize for that. I didn't realize my computer automatically had it set up like that. But do you guys get the idea of how to do it? Or do you want me to run through it really quickly again?
Can you run through it again?
I can do it really quickly again.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So I'm just going to go ahead and just exit out. I ain't saving you. So I'm just going to go ahead and exit you out too. Don't save. Excuse me while I open up another Word document. And I'm going to reshare that with you guys. Where's my Word document? Okay. Sure. Okay. So we're back here again. So before I get started, let me make sure that I don't have any craziness going on here. Single. Okay. So making sure my formatting's all good. All right. So we're going to go over here to mailings. So then we're going to start mail merge. We're doing labels. Give it a second. All right. So it's already got it saved up for me. Thank goodness. So I use Avery US letter for my label vendors. And then for my product number, I use 48160 eco-friendly address labels. So when I have that picked out the way I like it, I push OK. It doesn't look like I've done anything. That's okay. So now we're going to go to select recipients. We're going to use an existing list. I'm going to find my information again real quick for you. All right, so this little screen right here will pop up and we have this here. So now we need to insert our merge field. That's right here under write and insert fields. So we want a first name. We need a space. We have a last name. Why are you doing this to me? Let's try this again. I'm just not going to do it. Okay, so we want a first name, we want a last name. What is going on? Oh my gosh. It's default. Thank you. Oy vey. Okay, so there. All right, go back to my mailing. Sorry, guys. My computer's on the fritz. All right, so insert merge field. We're going to do address and then city, state, zip code, all in merge field. We're going to update our labels, which is under the same column. Looks a little funky right now. So we can preview how it looks. So as you can see, the names aren't spaced. So undo that. We can come in here, add that space, update labels. Let's preview. There we go. So now I've got that space in there. So I'm going to unclick preview. So now that I've done that, I'm going to finish and merge, edit individual documents. I'm going to select all, push OK. And boom. There are your address labels. And I have a couple chats. Okay, so just, all right, that was from earlier. So, okay, guys, that's basically everything I have. I know that was a lot of information and a little bumps and bruises along the way. That's Excel for you. Even the most expertise still get frustrated with Excel. So my best advice is mess with it, watch videos on it. Since you registered for this class and everything and it was recorded, this will be available to you, so you may watch again and follow along as well. You guys also have my email. I was the one you contacted for this workshop and everything. So if you have any questions with Excel, don't be afraid to send me a message and everything, guys. And I appreciate you guys taking your time tonight and joining me for this. Yay, we're done. Yay, woo. Alrighty, guys. Do you guys have any questions or anything? Let's see, I got a chat. Awesome. You guys are so very welcome. I thank you so much for being here and everything. I hope you really did learn a lot. I hope to be more workshops like this for you guys in the future to help you guys out. So, any questions before I let you go? Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you so much. And you guys have a great evening and a wonderful semester, and stay healthy and safe. Bye, guys.